This is my first session, so I can't make any comparisons. Just going through this for the first time, but you said about Allah loves to be asked, and that when you ask Allah, you don't pull back. Is there some care that we should take on what we ask for?
Yeah, in the sense that we don't ask. I'll reel back and then I'll come back to what you're saying. There's the fiqh of everything. Somewhere in the cultural progression of Muslims, especially coming in the 19th, 20th century, the fiqh of things got abandoned. And there is this huge flourishing of sort of focusing. Islam became like or talking about Islam became a socio-cultural thing. And you had a lecture circuit that developed and everybody give lectures and stuff like that. So what happens is people don't focus on the fiqh of things. The people don't actually know the how of things. So people talk about dua. Many people go to lectures and a lot of talks about dua, but they never sat through a class where you cover the fiqh of dua. People talk about birrul walidain, and dutiful to parents. Nobody sat through a class that talks about the fiqh of birrul walidain. And so Muslims became gradually uneducated about the hows of a lot of things. To compound the problem, not only they're not educated about the how of things, they then use some of the things that they hear in the lectures as principles and basis for analyzing different matters and to inform them how to act. And a lot of wrong conclusions are arrived at. So the fiqh of dua, if we study the fiqh of dua, then we'll learn a lot about the answer for this question. Where are the limitations? So there are certain things, for example, we cannot ask Allah for something haram. That's like, to ask for something haram, knowing we're asking Allah for something haram is haram and could be kufr. Why we say it could be kufr? It's like the Quran says that Allah doesn't like fahsha and Allah harrama al-fahish. We're asking Allah to help us do fahisha. It's like not believing in that ayah in the Quran. Why they say it's kufr. So we can't ask for something haram. We can't ask for something that is harmful to others or that is harmful to ourselves. Except, when we say harmful to ourselves, we mean to the body and in general, we can ask for death if the world becomes too un-Islamic for us to survive. Not if you have a lot of problems. It's not permissible to ask for death because of worldly problems. But if the world becomes so un-Islamic, you cannot survive except by doing haram, and you say, oh Allah, if death is better for me than to stay here and do muharram, then cause me to die. Or if the only way to get rid of a harmful person is to ask dua, make dua for him to die, then that's permissible. If it becomes the only way, nobody can stop the zalim. Nobody can do anything. Nobody can. But if it becomes that the only way to stop him is to say, oh Allah, just kill this person, just take him, then that becomes halal. I'm trying to give just a brief thing of the fiqh as fast. To ask for something makruh is makruh. To ask for something that goes against the normative laws of the world is also not permissible. When we say the normative laws of the world, we mean to, for example, ask Allah to fly as a human being. So Allah, I'm late for work, can you cause me to fly and skip traffic? That's not permissible because it goes against the normative laws of the world. If somebody is a wali, and we take the position of the ulama that a wali knows he's a wali, there's an ikhtilaf among the ulama. If he knows he's a wali and he knows that he's given miracles by Allah, then he can ask. But if you're not at that, you've never experienced any of that, to ask something that's not within the laws of nature is not permissible. To ask for something that is only specific for the Anbiya or something that is not permissible. So, oh Allah, cause me to never ever commit a major or minor sin ever. It's not permissible. Because that is equivalent to asking Allah to make me a prophet. Which would be in reality denying that the Prophet ﷺ was the last prophet. So that's not permissible. To ask for something in order to be facilitated to do something that is discouraged by Allah, whether it's haram or not, is also not permissible. So for example, if I want to enjoy the dunya, just for the sake of enjoying dunya, but Allah tells you in the Quran, don't enjoy dunya, then that is something makruh to ask. So you say you ask Allah without limitations. Somebody say, I just want to say, oh Allah, I just want to buy the best cars. I just want to show up to the best parties and wear the best clothes and eat the best food, and I want everybody else to look at me and be jealous. Oh Allah, give me all the money to make everybody jealous. Oh Allah, grant me the best beef steak in the world. Oh Allah, that's not permissible. Because you're asking Allah to facilitate something Allah asks you not to do. If you want it for something good, then no limitations. So Allah, I want 100 houses so that I can give it free to 100 poor families. 100 is nothing. Ask for 1,000. That's what we mean. There's no limitations that comes to that. Another thing they say, some of the ulama say it's not haram but it's makruh, is to be very, very, very specific. So like a boy, for example, looking for a wife. So Allah bless me with this girl from this land, from this neighborhood. She must be this height, must be this amount of weight. Her, you know what I mean? Shoe size should be this, kneecap should be this, eyebrow should be like that type of thing. Don't ask for that. But it's not impermissible. It's makruh. So that's what it means. So no limitations. Once you take care of all of the fiqhi rules of dua, there's no limitations after that. La azima ala Allah. There's nothing too great to ask Allah Azza wa Jalla.